Hi, my name is Marianne John and this is my Trends Analysis. Trend 1 is personalized education, which I have taken from Learning Session 5 of this course, Contemporary Studies. Personalized education is the idea that schools move from a standardized educational system to a more personalized education system. In other words, it's not one schooling, one form of education will fit all. We are looking for unique education tailored to each individual student. According to Learning Session 5, we must revisit our standards and evaluate them in order to address our current needs. The standards of education were created, they are continuously upgraded and recreated, but students today are not like students when we went to school. So we must revisit these standards and reevaluate according to our current needs. If we do this, the trend suggests a shift from achievement to growth, which will personalize education, and it will give each student, not just those who are excelling in your classroom, but each student an opportunity to maximize their own potential, to research their own interests, and to strive to create a great life individually. This, I believe, has stemmed from our rapid pace of change in society. As society continues to change and people have more choices of where to buy things, where to do research, where to live, schools should be required to follow the same path. People want choice, and personalizing education will allow students and parents choice in what is the best education for their child. In order to prepare our students in the world today, they will be required to make choices, to develop learning plans that are best for them. So personalized education is important because it will help us prepare our students for the world today. According to Tomlinson, one way that we can do this is through differentiated instruction. We must really get to know our students and get to know them on a personal level in order to maximize each learning opportunity for each student, and in order to make learning experiences relevant to those students. So Tomlinson suggests that we do a few things. First, build trust, ensure fit, strengthen voice, and develop awareness. These 4 aspects, according to Tomlinson, goals of differentiated instruction, will help us to build a more personalized atmosphere. Also, in regards to standardized testing, as we move to personalized education, we must find a better way to evaluate our students. The testing technique must become more personalized. In my school, at PA Cyber, personalized education is at the core. We provide many opportunities for educational choice. We allow students to pick the type of courses that they may be taking, when they will be taking those courses, and of course the location of that learning. Unfortunately, we provide personalized education on one hand, but on the other hand, we still need to prove that the results are successful through standardized testing. Therefore, there are many threats involving this personalized education trend. Teachers have to be dedicated to the students. They must make the commitment to get to know each and every student. At PA Cyber, classes consist of 100 to 175 students, so that is certainly a challenge. And as teachers become overwhelmed, not just at PA Cyber, but in brick and mortar traditional schools as well, as we move towards more personalized learning, I do believe that teachers will become overwhelmed. They simply, even though strategies can be presented to them to help them to get to know their students and to help them create a more personalized learning environment, I do believe that it will become overwhelming and many teachers may leave the profession as a result of that. Therefore, we must take more time to train our teachers to be able to handle this. The opportunities for PA Cyber regarding personalized education are phenomenal. When it comes to personalized education, we are a leader. So those students who attend PA Cyber have a community of support. They have instructional supervisors and teachers for each and every class that allows them to be supported. However, with all these multiple people, it can be confusing for a student to know exactly who to go to. So as we continue to increase our capability of providing personalized education, I recommend a few items for success. First of all, I believe that although we are required, and we do require our students to take the standardized tests, we must also create personal portfolios, personal student portfolios. This person, or each student would work with one person, possibly their instructional supervisor, to oversee these portfolios as time goes on. But all the teachers and everyone who's involved in the community for the student will help them put useful information in this portfolio. I believe that an appropriate timeline is that if we started implementing this for the next school year, the 2013-2014 school year, only with our elementary and junior high students, that within 4 years we would be able to graduate students with a working portfolio. I believe this working portfolio will allow students and families to evaluate their own growth, taking that personalized education trend from standardized testing to growth within the next 4 years at PA Cyber. Trend 2 is Common Core Standards. A description of Common Core Standards is that they are a state-led effort to establish a shared set of clear expectations and educational standards across the nation. By doing this, we can provide consistency amongst all districts. So therefore, whether a student is being taught in California or New England, they will be able to have some type of consistency in regards to what they are learning. I believe, according to the Gallup poll, that, and most Americans believe this as well, that the implementation of these standards will allow U.S. schools to compete globally and may provide more consistency in the quantity of education, because school districts and states will all strive to meet the same standards. Although the poll states that only half of those polled believe that standards will increase the quality of education, I actually believe that these standards will have a large impact on education across the nation. I believe this because so many students are moving. Parents are relocating for jobs. Whatever the reason, parents are moving from one district to another often. Therefore, that could increase the possibility of learning gaps within these students. So if we have a set of common core standards, this will help certainly decrease that gap. Regardless of the district, students in certain grades will be learning the same material. And because when you enroll into a new school district, you'll be aware of those Common Core standards, then students won't be missing out on any of those great learning opportunities. This trend has a great impact on PA Cyber as we enroll students from across the entire Commonwealth, and we enroll them throughout the year. If their local school district is following the Common Core standards and we are following the Common Core standards, when they are enrolled, they will be right on track. There will be no missing link. This also will help us ensure that we can personalize enrollees' education, as we will already have the knowledge at PA Cyber of what has been going on in the previous school district. Now, of course, as wonderful as Common Core standards sound, there is some threat to adopting these for your school, especially at PA Cyber. As Common Core standards continue to be adopted, it may decrease competition amongst schools. Therefore, as competition decreases and all students are required to learn and the same standards in every school district, there may be a lack of need for school choice. Of course, according to learning sessions, one day with one teacher can really make a great impact. So if that threat were to happen and the choice for school choice was eliminated, we certainly would have to promote how wonderful and great the teachers are here at PA Cyber. As a result of Common Core standards, though, hopefully we won't ever have to experience that threat. But right now, the opportunities for adopting the Common Core standards are great, as this will promote enrollment for PA Cyber, as parents will know if they have to move or if their child doesn't do well in any district. PA Cyber will be following that timeline of those standards on the Common Core curriculum. This also creates a fabulous opportunity for PA Cyber, as being that location and time can be individualized to the student. If every single state adopts Common Core standards, It is possible that we will not be able to, or not just be enrolling students from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, but also we will be able to enroll students possibly from across the nation. If that were to happen, that would be a huge change and success for PA Cyber. My recommendation is that we've already actually adopted the Common Core standards here at PA Cyber, so that definitely gives us a great jump. My recommendation is that we start communicating that these are being implemented and advertising our adoption so that parents and families will know that they can get a great Common Core standards education for their child right here at PA Cyber. Trend 3 is preparing and evaluating teachers. Trends show that we currently need to revamp our pre-service teacher training and design and implement new methods of teacher evaluation. And these must incorporate student achievement data. This trend should also include continuous education because as a result of our rapid pace of change, even if you have a fantastic pre-service training for teachers and you hire highly qualified teachers, that won't always be the case unless they continuously develop and continued education. According to Gallup, Americans do believe that pre-service programs should be more rigorous and that some type of teacher evaluation should occur. They do differ according to how this should be accomplished, but agree that something should occur. As a teacher, I agree as well. From the data, it is also apparent that regardless of preparation and evaluation, people want teachers who care, which is great for PA Cyber. The threats of this trend are that I believe that successful teachers are those that are caring, compassionate, and dedicated. These aspects are traits that are inherently within. I don't necessarily think they can be learned. We can teach strategies for increasing these types of traits, but I think people who are good teachers are born with it or it is the learned behavior at a very young age. I believe anybody can teach anybody to do something, but excellence is something that is inside. It relies on a moral purpose, and you must be engaged to be a great teacher. So, even if we increase the rigor of pre-service teacher programs and evaluation, we still need to hire highly qualified individuals. If we increase this, there are some threats to the situation. Because of the rigor and because of the continuing education, we may defer some people from the teaching field, which could result in teacher shortage. There are currently alternative preparation programs available for those areas that are experiencing teacher shortage. If these alternative programs are no longer offered and a more rigorous pre-service training and more requirements of current teachers are put into place, this teacher shortage could possibly increase and spread throughout rather than just being localized as it currently is now. For PA Cyber employees, this may also be a problem. If we have a shortage of teachers, this would be vital, being that our enrollment is growing at such a rapid pace. We certainly need to be able to find highly qualified teachers that can keep up with our enrollments. The opportunities, though, for PA Cyber, according to this trend, are great, as we have already implemented professional development programs to increase ongoing teacher training and support. For example, the Franciscan Masters University program. This is a great way to make sure that our teachers are highly qualified. I also believe that this opportunity allows PA Cyber another positive aspect to attract prospective families because they can say, we are training our teachers, they are continuing to develop professionally. My recommendations for PA Cyber are that I believe that each employee should develop a working portfolio that can be viewed to prove continual professional development, and a timeline for this should be immediately. It should begin today and it should be ongoing. I also propose that new hires should be very carefully chosen and only those who are highly qualified should be possible candidates for new openings.